at it? Who this is? No? Who is it? You said this is Jesus. What makes you think this is Jesus? But why do you say he's Jesus though?
That's what I was taught.
ISUPK.
And he's coming back to establish a kingdom. But that kingdom must already have a body. It must already have a people that are ruling, that are learning how to rule, man. Are we not tired? Are Hispanics and blacks and Native Indians, are we not exhausted from being at the bottom, man? Don't we want to be better? But because of Christianity and because of this image right here, let me get this image real quick. Let me get this image real quick. I'm gonna tell you why blacks and Hispanics, why we can't see ourselves being the rulers on earth.
Right.
This picture right here. Anybody know who this is? Anybody know who this is? Questions.
That's right.
Anybody know who this person on this picture is? On this image. It's a real person, by the way. Y'all know? No? Anybody want to take a shot at it? Who this is? No? Who is it? You said this is Jesus. What makes you think this is Jesus? But why do you say he's Jesus though?
That's what I was taught.
You was taught that? Right? By who?
Your family, you know, whoever you're
Right. Society.
Society.
Society taught you this was Jesus, right? You see, are you Caucasian?
Yes.
Even Caucasian people have been deceived by the devil, man.
Right.
Even Caucasian people who are the devil the Bible speak of have deceived themselves, man.
Right.
This is not Jesus, man.
That's right.
That was a rapist and a pedophile.
Right.
That was actually a real person. When the Catholic Roman Church, when the Roman Catholic Roman Church, Salakia, when they ruled, they established this image as Christ. And they conquered nations with that image.
Right.
They murdered the Native Indians because of their image. They murdered the Tainos because they didn't worship this image, man. That's how are Mexicans Catholics? Because of this image, man.
That's right.
Why are black people Baptists and Christians? Because of this image right here.
Right.
Because we think that is Jesus. The individual right here said that was Jesus. He said because that's what he learned. Well, let me give y'all some news, man. That is not Jesus. That is a man by the name of Cesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander, I believe the 5th of Rome. And the 6th of Rome. And he had, his father had him become the image of Jesus. But can I show you that is a false description of image? All right, let me get Revelations. Let me get Revelations 1 and 13.
Right.
I want to show you the true image of Christ. Let me see that. Pick that up again, Darash. Let me get that image one more time. I want you to hold this image right here. I want you to hold this image right here. Because, let me see it. Now, let me see it. Because Mr. What's your name? What's your name?
Whoa.
Cody?
Oh,
Cole, he is a Caucasian himself. And he's been lied to. Do you see why we call the oppressor the devil the Bible speak of?
That's right.
Donald Trump is a deceiver as well. Elon Musk is a deceiver as well. Every ruler that has not been blacks and Hispanics since they conquered this earth have been liars because they gave us images like this. Right? And I'm gonna show you the man said this was Jesus. He wholeheartedly believes this is Jesus as well though. I mean, I understand. We thought that was Jesus.
Right.
We grew up believing this was Jesus. As a matter of fact, we prayed to this image.
That's right.
When we closed our eyes and we said, "Dear Lord, this is who we were praying to." Not knowing this is the image of Satan, man.
That's right.
This is an imposter, the Antichrist. This is the lie of America, the lie of Caucasian society. And you should be ashamed of yourself, man, because you murder nations with this image. You conquer nations with this image, man. But I'm gonna show you what Christ really looked like. Let me get it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13.
Now, this is the King James version of the Bible, man. It's the same Bible anywhere you go. Read your own. You can go on your Google machine and pull up a Bible and follow what we're reading right now. And I'm going to show you what Christ really looked like. A description of Christ. How many of y'all knew that the description of Christ was in the Bible? How many people know? How many people know that the image of Christ is in the Bible? A lot of you don't know, man. And that's the lie of the Christian church. That's the lie of the Catholic Church. That's why we say that the Catholic Church is the house of Satan, man. The Christian church is the house of Satan. You're looking at true biblical scholars right here, right now. Looking at true prophets of God. Read on.
And in the midst of the seven candlesticks.
Now, this is the revelation of who?
Of John.
Read 1 and 1.
And in the midst of the seven
1
candlesticks.
and 1. Revelation 1 and 1.
This is the revelation of Jesus Christ.
Who?
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What does the word revelation mean? Anybody know what the word revelation means? The word revelation means to reveal. And in Revelation chapter 1, verse 1, it says, "This is the revelation of Jesus Christ." The revealing, the unmasking, the truth of Jesus Christ. Read on.
Which God gave unto him.
Which God gave unto who?
Unto him.
Unto who?
Unto him. To shew unto his servants things which must surely come to pass.
God gave unto him of things that must surely come to pass. And one thing that must come to pass is to know the truth about who Jesus really is. Because all our lives we've been taught that this was Jesus. And because of this image, we have died in the streets. Because of this image, the drug cartels exist right now. Because of this image, Black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians died in drug-related gang wars. We died of HIV. We died of the crack epidemic, which, by the way, Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan are the original track queens and track kings, man. Ronald Reagan was the biggest drug dealer that ever existed on the face of the earth, man. But because of this image, we don't know that. We don't know that the Caucasian race is the devil the Bible speak of, man. Read on.
To shew unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass.
And that's how we know we're the servants of the Lord. Now drop down to 13.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one unlike the Son of Man.
One unto the like. Read it carefully.
One like unto the Son of Man.
Now, John the Revelator, who was shown these things, said he saw in the midst of the 7 candlesticks. He saw one like unto the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Jesus is the Son of Man. Read on.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
They said in this image, John is seeing a vision. He is seeing a man with a garment. Read on.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. With a golden girdle.
So John the Revelator saw a man with a garment and a girdle or golden war belt. Because let me tell you something about Jesus. Does this look like a warrior right there? Does this look like a warrior type of individual? He looks like a homosexual.
Right.
He looks very effeminate. That image right there looks like an effeminate man. And it was done like that for a reason. The real Caesar Borgia was actually a homosexual.
That's right.
And a pedophile. And he had sex with his sister, his blood sister. Because the Catholic Church have always been a place where all kind of sexual deviancy exists.
Right.
That's why there's so many accusations against the Catholic Church with them molesting little children, man. We know that. The same with the Christian Church. The same with the Jehovah's Witness. Because they all stem from this image right here.
Right.
They all stem from this religion.
That's right.
Right? Read on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
What?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
They said that his head and his hairs were what?
White like wool.
Were yellow.
White like wool.
Red.
White like wool.
Orange.
White like wool.
Now, does that look like a white, like woolly texture type of individual? Does that look like a white hair? I don't see white hair, and I don't see woolly hair. So that's strike one for this image right here. This image is not Jesus, man. And our people, we have this thing in our mind. When I just said, when we prayed as kids, we thought that we were praying to this.
Right.
This is who we thought God is. This is who we think Jesus is. And when you have an individual of his race comes and shoots us down in the church and murder us and fool lions, then we want to forgive them. We can never see them being evil. That's why we voted for Donald Trump. You know Hispanics voted for Donald Trump. It don't matter who we vote for. We don't vote in the Israelite school UPK. It don't matter if it's Democrat, Republican. They're all the same devils to us. But we voted for people like this. We forgive those cops that murder us, man. Listen, y'all know about Dylan Stormroof? Does anybody know who Dylan Stormroof is? Dylan Stormroof, if y'all forgot, not too long ago, about a few years ago, went into a black church and murdered 9 people at close range, right? He murdered them after they prayed for him. He shot them, he prayed with them, and then he murdered them, right? And then you know what those victims, the family members of the victims said after that? That they were willing to forgive him. They forgave Dylan Stormroof. I'm gonna tell you why. They forgave him because of this image right here. They forgave him because we believe this is God. We believe this is Jesus. And that is a bold ass lie. But here in the UPK, we woken up. Our eyes are open. We know the truth. We don't commit no crimes against the Caucasian race. But we pray to the Most High that He brings judgment on this place, man. We pray that He comes and send His Son to deliver us from this devil, man, from this murdering bastard. And He will do it. All we have to do, black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians, is we need to stop sinning against God and against ourselves, man. We need to stop murdering each each other. We need to stop selling drugs to one another. We need to stop sleeping with each other's women, man.
Right.
We need to stop being sinners. And we need to get away from that Christian church.
Right.
We need to run far away from that Christian church so that God can show us mercy, man.
Right.
Read on.
As white as snow.
What?
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eye was as a flame of fire. His eyes were bloodshot red. Now this book was written by blacks and Hispanics. It's a lot of slang words in the Bible, and we don't understand. But that's why you gotta come into the UPK to learn that. If you're a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, and you want to know the truth of the Bible, this is the place to learn it. Read on.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine bronze.
And his what?
Feet like unto fine bronze.
In this image, John was able to see the feet of this individual. And they were onto like what?
Fine brass.
They said his feet were like onto fine brass. Anybody got a penny? Anybody, you know what copper looks like? Copper. Anybody got a penny? No, nobody carry. I think they ban pennies now, right? I don't think they make pennies anymore. Let me see. Oh, I found a penny. This is a penny. Now, back in the day, pennies were made of real copper, right? They don't make pennies no more. This is no longer in production, right? And he said that his feet were like unto fine brass.
Right.
Read on.
As if they burned and they burned it.
Not only was it into like fine brass, it was like it was burnt in a furnace. If I put this copper or bronze penny in an oven or in a furnace, it's gonna turn dark, real dark.
Right.
So how is this now? I don't know no two-toned human beings. I just know that we're one tone all the way through, right?
Right.
Now some of us may have a little sun, and some of us don't get enough sun. But either way, this doesn't look like the image of a fine brass burnt man. So automatically that's strike two. Read on.
As if they burned and they burned it. And his voice as the sound of many waters.
His voice was like unto the sounds of many waters, man. Because Christ spoke with a loud voice, man. So off gate, this is not the image of Christ, man. This is the reason why we're destroyed in the ghettos, in the barrios, and in the reservations, man. We must get away from this image. We must get away from that religion. Because that is worse than crack cocaine, man.
Right.
That is worse than fentanyl. That is worse than fentanyl, man. We gotta come together, black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. If you're on a 12-tribe chart, if you're part of the nation of Israel, then we gotta come back to each other and come and serve the Most High, man. So that the Most High can deliver us like He did in Egypt. Like He did in Egypt, the Most High will deliver us, man. Keep bringing it out, brother.